Now, I know some of you might call me crazy. I know some of you might call me a little loony for what I'm about to say, and I know all the Sukuna. Oh, okay, my controller's low. Excuse me, but I know all the Sukuna dope heads out there are gonna really think that I am that I'm that I'm psycho for saying this, but would it have been so wrong for Mahito to be the final boss of JJK? If Mahito was to pull a black Zetsu on Sukuna, and I'm not saying like how it should have happened, but I would have been much more intrigued if Mahito was the final villain rather than Sukuna would be. Because, I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but the parallels between Mahito and Yuji could have been explored a bit more. And not only that, but the parallels between Mahito. Now, granted, Sukuna has done a lot in the wake of JJK when it first started to really start torturing Yuji. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't know, man. I kind of love the parallel between Mahito and Yuji a lot better than I like the dynamic between Sukuna and Yuji. So I mean I don't want to go too deep into that right now, but actually that's exactly what I'm about to do. So I'm over here watching season 2, episode 9, and I don't know, bro. Like I just can't help but like and appreciate how great of a villain Mahito is. Like he's so simple yet he's so unique at the same time, and that's one thing that I truly like about him. Like he's like Gege, bro. Gege was really in his bag when he made Mahito, man. I can't lie. Like I love everything about Mahito, and I haven't really caught up with My Hero, so I can't really compare Tomura and Mahito because from what I hear, like they're basically clones of each other. They both have the one touch, one kill thing. They both have the almost similar hair color. Not really, because Mojito's is a bit more lighter, but they both have kind of grayish type of hair. They both have scars on their body, like like you see Mojito with the patches. So I don't want to turn this into a comparison video. I just wanted to really make this to really express my thoughts on why and how greater JJK probably would have been if Mahito was the final villain and if we actually could have seen Mahito at his full potential. Now, JJK isn't over, so they might be going that route, and at this point, I don't want to say never because Nobara came back. So I mean, if Nobara is back now, I mean, we could possibly see Mahito. Bro, you don't know how loud I would scream if Mahito was to come up from the ashes and to basically do the thing that Black Zetsu did to Madara and just put his hand in it. Mahito put his hand in freaking Kenjaku's heart and just completely twist everything. Like I would love to see a full powered Mahito, but like that would be so much fun, honestly. Like Mahito is one of the very unique treats about JJK that I absolutely adore and that I could say is definitely fully fleshed out compared to everybody else. And I'd love to see a lot more of that. And I'd love to see the Yuji's new, I guess, new philosophy on being a Jujutsu sorcerer and Mahito and becoming like the next Sukuna, if you will, or like the next golden age of sorcery. Like I'd like to see what Mahito can offer if he was at full at his full potential. But I don't think we're gonna see that. But again, I'm dreaming, I'm yapping, I'm speculating. It is what it is, man. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, man. That's really all I wanted to really get off my chest, man. I guess like could I make a part 2 to this? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thought that came up in my mind, bro, when I was rewatching JJK. And the thing is, I feel like Mahito is honestly a much more hateable villain too, to be honest with you, because he laughs in the face of death. Like, he laughs in the face of not only death, well, I mean, everybody except himself, of course, but he laughs in the face of somebody else's death. Like, he basically takes everything about society and about humanity and completely flips it on his head. And the thing is, Sukuna's not really that much of a hateable villain. Now, there are some hateable things about Sukuna, but the reason why Sukuna has such a large fan base is because not only because of how unique he is as the demon trope of the inner demon trope, but also with the fact that he's like cool, calculated, like he just has like these cool moments that, and I'm not saying that like that's not a bad thing, but with a much more hateable person or hateable entity like Mahito, you would think that Gege would put the most hateable guy at the top of the mountain and really, bring out the best in him. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Feels like Mahito is just another plot device for the plot of JJK, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's just me, man. That's just me. I enjoyed Mahito's time as a villain much more than I enjoy Sukuna's. Honestly, in my opinion, I love Sukuna. He's easily one of my top 3 favorite characters in all of JJK. But I feel like Mahito kind of grasped that final villain, like the essence of a final villain more. Not just being edgy and cool, but being hateable and actually loving what he does. Like, he smiles in the face of despair, like him, like like he breathes in like the fear of humans. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot more to Mahito than there is with Sukuna, but again, that's just me. I'm just rambling. That's what this is. This is a ramble video, but yeah, man. Mahito. I don't know, like the more I rewatch JJ and reread JJK, the more I love Mahito as like possibly my favorite character outside of Yuji. Like, outside of Yuji, I feel like Mahito is like my favorite character in all of the entire show. But yeah, man, that's really about it. Just wanted to make this video about the Mahito, being, a national treasure for, well, not the world of JJK, but, for me as a fan in a fucked up way. But it's really all I wanted to talk about, so yeah.